Hi there, I'm Brian with SoCal Supermoto, and today we're doing a comparison between the good old-fashioned Aerostich Roadcrafter jacket and the Rev'it, I think it's called the Defender, I'll look it up, jacket. I was shopping for both of these, so I thought it would be a good comparison. The Aerostich jacket is the old tried and true. I think they're around 550 bucks, 500 bucks, I'll have to look it up. This one I've had for a while. This is my new Rev'it Defender jacket, so I'm going to go over some key points and just kind of evaluate them both. Venting. The Aerostich has the vent on the back and underneath the armpits. They never seemed all that great to me. They work a lot better than nothing. Out of 5, I'm going to give it 2 out of 5. The Defender, on the other hand, equally poor. It does come with vents. Right here, when you open these up, what it does is it tends to push the liner up against you, which is really kind of annoying. So unless they come up with a vent system that actually bypasses the liner, it doesn't really do any good. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Warmth. The Defender comes with a nice liner. I'd say it's a 4 out of 5. On the Aerostich, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Next up would be price. On the Aerostich, if I'm going to evaluate it just on price, not on value, which will be next, I would say give it a 2 because it's expensive. Looking at just the price and what you get with the Rev'it, I'm going to give it a 5. Which brings us up to the next point, the actual value issue. Let's see, I'm looking at my little cheat sheet here. On the Rev'it, I gave this a 4 out of 5. It is 250 bucks, maybe even 250 bucks shipped to your door. That's pretty amazing for the amount of jacket you get. The Aerostich, as far as a value, I give it a 5. And I'll tell you why right now. This jacket, I've crashed in multiple times. I've worn it every day for years. And I'm actually astonished at how well it is held together. And then on top of that, I looked on the inside tag and this thing was made in 1991. I don't know anybody who has gear that lasts 20 years that's been riding every day. So from a value perspective, the Aerostich, I can't imagine a better overall value. Next up is fit. Aerostich, I gave a 5 out of 5. It just fits great. It fits true to size, and it's going to be consistent with, say, your suit size. I'm a 42 tall. I'm a 42 tall on Aerostich. No surprises there. I'll model the fit. One of the standard things about the fit with the Aerostich, which matters to me, maybe it doesn't matter to you, it does have the zipper in the right spot. So this zipper is old and it sticks. No fault of Aerostich, again, it's a 20-year-old jacket or something. The Rev'it has the zipper on the left-hand side, it's a lot smaller. To me, I found it kind of annoying, but anyway, the Aerostich gets a 5 out of 5 on the fit. The Rev'it, which I'll model now, what did I give on fit? Gave it a 2. Its sizing is really weird. I ordered up a XL. I'm kind of a large, tall, so I ordered up an XL. It was way too short. I ordered a double XL. I am 6'2", 165 pounds, and I've never been a double XL in anything. But I guess to make the Europeans feel big, they made these double XL. So that's this jacket here, as far as that goes. What did I put next? Oh, the collar. That's a good thing to talk about. You hear about this revolutionary collar that the Rev'it system has. It has a sliding little tab here, and then a snap that goes into it. Every other website applauds how fantastic this is. It's lousy. If you put it to the tightest setting, which I always do because I'm skinny, and you click it in there, it feels good for about 1 or 2 miles, and it automatically just kind of loosens itself up. So the collar design, although everyone talks about how great it is, I found it really kind of annoying. My collar on my Aerostich comes loose. The Velcro's worn out. That's to be expected in a jacket this old. So collar scores, I gave the Aerostich a 4 out of 5 and the Rev'it a 2 out of 5. Protection, these come with CE protectors. If I were to crash in one of these two jackets, I would go for the Aerostich. I trust it a little bit more. seems to have a little bit thicker material, and it just seems like it's going to be sliding down the road a little bit better. I can't really rate the armor too much. This does not have the original armor in it. I kind of put aftermarket armor in, and I had sewn into the jacket a Day and Easy back protector. So in other words, all the jackets I get, I sew in different armor. This jacket, I've sewn in the Alpine Stars track vest. So it never made sense to me to protect your back, but then not protect your spleen and heart and all that good stuff. So this has full pads all through here, full race back protector, and like I said, just had my local tailor dude sew that in, and that seems to be working out really well. What else do we want to talk about? Waterproof, the Aerostich, I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's not waterproof. They don't claim that it's waterproof. You can put some of that wax stuff on it. You know, it's going to handle light rains, but heavy rains you're going to end up getting soaked with the Aerostich. I haven't tested this in really heavy rains. I've tested it in pretty heavy rain and it did fantastic. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. So that'll matter more as to where you're riding. Next on my list is armor, which I already talked about. Pockets. Pockets, this has the same style pockets as the Aerostich. It doesn't have the big vertical pocket up here. And let's see, I gave on pockets, I gave this a 3.5 and I gave the Aerostich a 5. Aerostich pockets, these ones are a little bit larger. These are absolutely perfect for stuffing gloves into, or just random items that you went shopping for or whatever. Those work really well. And but the Aerostich is just unbelievable as far as practicality in pockets. It just seems like all the pockets they have on here just seem to work perfectly. I always keep my business cards here, like I said, gloves here, neck fleece here, and paperwork goes here. It just always works really, really well with the Aerostich. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add up the scores and tell you who the winner is. Okay, so the winner is Aerostich by, according to my very scientific and accurate measuring, 39 to 33.5. But you can pretty much ignore that. What I would say is that if you have 500 bucks, buy the Aerostich. If you don't have 500 bucks, buy the Rev'it. It is a phenomenal value. I will say one more thing that transformed this jacket. I told you about how I had the armor sewn in. The other thing I did is I had arm vents sewn in right here. This has made all the difference in the world. It seals up great, and then when you open this up you get a blast of air shooting through the jacket. I did ask Aerostich to put that in for me, and they said they won't do it because they won't ruin the jacket. I said, how will it ruin the jacket? They said it'll make it so it's not waterproof. I told them I don't ride in the rain, however I do ride when it's 90 to 100 degrees. And they said they won't ruin the jacket, and it just kind of went around like that in circles. So regardless, I'd highly recommend this mod to anybody, although I put the zippers slightly higher up so it doesn't get weird when you bend your elbow. But this has been definitely the best thing for it. What jacket do I wear? I wear this one because it has better armor and it has the high-vis yellow, which is great because people, besides seeing you and not trying to kill you, have a tendency to get out of your way a little bit more when they have this on. That's it. Hope that was helpful. If you'd like to join us for a track day, we'd love to have you. Just check out SoCalSupermoto.com. Thanks.